Cooked & Co Kitchen. My name is Luke Phillips. The producer's brother, Scotty's asked me how to make a nice Thai salad. And we're gonna do it with a pork belly. Now, you've got to do the pork belly a day in advance. I always poach my pork belly with a bit of star anise and a bit of the old confit garlic in the water. What we want is that star anise flavour to soak right into that pork belly and also cook the pork belly through. Depending on how thick the pork belly is, this isn't too bad. I would bring it to the boil and then I would probably simmer for about 45 minutes. Now, if you've got a big bad boy, bring it to the boil and then I'd simmer for about an hour and a half. It's cool, it won't overcook it, it'll hold together well, it'll cook it through and get all that flavour right in there. Alright, so pork belly in the pot. We're going to cover this with water. That's ample. Okay, so now star anise. It's got that really nice aniseedy flavour. It's got that flavour when you go for Chinese duck. That's the flavour behind it. So a good little handful of that in there. And you know, you can put things like coriander roots in there, spring onions, ginger. We're just going to go with some garlic and some star anise. Now, straight on the stove. Now we're going to bring that to the boil and then we're going to simmer this one for 45 minutes. Now when it's done, just take it out of the pot, put it on a plate, and the most important thing, put it in the fridge uncovered. So what we're looking for, we want to dry that skin out. So when we put it in the oven tomorrow, and that's when we're coming back tomorrow, it's going to be nice and dry. We're going to rub a little bit of salt in there and it's going to crackle up like a boss, you know, how everyone likes pork belly. So till tomorrow, happy days. See you then. Now, yesterday we came in, we poached this beautiful piece of pork belly. This wasn't too thick. I gave this water to the boil and simmered this for 45 minutes. Okay, so it had that star anise flavour, that garlic flavour in there. You know, there's lots of other things you can put in there, ginger and shallots, a bit of soy, but we're keeping it cheap and cheerful for home. A little handful of star anise. You've got that star anise flavour in there. Now, there are many things you can do this salad with. What we're doing, this is a good one for summer, a good entertaining thing to do, backyard gigs, and everyone's going to be happy. You know, there's the fresh prawns, the crispy pork we're going to be doing, barbecue chicken, barbecued octopus, baby I preferred, fresh tuna, beautiful sashimi, A-grade tuna, salmon, fresh or seared lightly on the barbecue. And for Brett Maxworthy out there, beef fillet, veal fillet on the barbecue. No worries. So, next stage. What we're going to do, because we've dried this fillet out, there's no real need to score it, but a lot of people do. When you score the pork, it divides up the skin a bit, so it makes sure it gets that crispy aspect at the end. But the way we've done it, overnight we've poached it, we've put it on a plate, and then we've dried it for 24 hours. So have a look at how dry the skin is. It's good to go. It's beautiful. Bang, no moisture. That's how you get the crackle. So what we do here now, ladies and gentlemen, is we put the foil around the bottom. Okay, now this stops the sides and the bottom getting too crispy, because when you cut it, the only thing you want crispy about this is the skin, nothing else. You want everything else soft underneath. So, bang, like that, voila. Okay, now I've got my oven preheated to 200 degrees. Now we're going to give it a little bit of salt. Just rub it in there. Give it a nice little rub. Now, when you dry it out overnight, this is the secret to cooking pork. You never cook wet pork and expect crackle. You'll never get it. So, You can marinate, you can even wine bath the pork the night before, even 2 days before. A bit of wine, water, lemon, black pepper, bay leaf, and soak the whole thing in a water bath. And it gets that flavour through there. I'll show you some recipes down the track definitely. But here we go, rock and roll, and we're going into the oven. And I've got a pretty good oven, so it's you know, we're going to look at 45 minutes, check it out, and see what's happening at 200 degrees. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. All right, we're back here now. Now we're making one of my most favourite dressings of all time. It is a Namjim dressing. It's a Thai dressing. There are so many different variations of this dressing sauce. We're going to be going straight up lime juice, garlic. Going to be going okay on the chili, kaffir lime leaf. Did I say fish sauce? And here we use white sugar. Now this is a street Thai version of this sauce. I think it just has a bit more impact. I like this a bit better. Have used your lemongrass, your palm sugars. Yeah, they've always had garlic in there, but anyway, here we go. Now this sauce, when it's right, it gets the back of your mouth going and those glands come out once the balance is right. So it's a hard one to knock. I will get the measurements for you, but it is a sauce dressing by taste. But when it's right, boom, it knocks your socks off. All right, so we're gonna go garlic in there. Now I'm making half a litre of this. I need this for the restaurant tomorrow. So I've got about 12 cloves of garlic. Best mate, Robbie Robo. Alright, so we're gonna go garlic in there. Now I'm making half a litre of this. I need this for the restaurant tomorrow. So I've got about 12 cloves of garlic. Not too much. When I first started doing this, it was a bit too hot for some customers. So you have to do what sells to make your money. So we have the garlic, the chili, the kaffir lime leaf. Okay. Now what we're going to do, and we're going in with the sugar. About 3 tablespoons, 20 kaffir lime leaves, 15 garlic, and 3 long red chilies. So what we do is we fire up my best mate, Robbie Robo, and we just let that go. Let that go, let those flavours churn together. Chop it out. The sugar, you've got the zesty lime in there, you've got the garlic, you've got the heat of the chili, and the sweetness of the sugar. So, coming together a little bit. Now the fish sauce is the next one. The balance of fish sauce and sugar, you should keep tasting this sauce to get it right. You can get it too salty or too sweet, but the citrus of the lime will get it right in the end. So we're going to go, being a chef of many years experience, we're going to start with that, so have a look in there. You can leave this running for a minute or two. The more belting, the better. We do strain this, so just build the flavour. There's no drama, there's no rush with this one. I usually make this and let it sit overnight, and then I strain it and then use it the next day. So when you are doing the pork, you can make this the day before this sauce. Let it sit overnight and then finally strain it off. All the flavour will be right in there and rock and roll. Right, spit. Look at that. So you get a nice little slurry. Tastes pretty good there as a base. Gotta let it get going. And the lime juice. This is about So I mean, this is a kilo of lime, so it's probably 15 limes. We're going to knock this in. So it's a nice Thai citrus sauce with a bit of heat, sweet and sour. And when it's right, it's gonna lighten up the back of your throat and go, whoa, it is unbelievable. The amount of things you can do with this sauce is incredible. It's always a summer barbecue winner when people come around. All right, let's have a little taste. So, all right, lime juice. We need a bit more sugar and a bit more fish sauce. A little bit. So the heat's there. I did 4 chilies. The garlic you can taste. Now it's finding the balance of the sweet and saltiness from the sugar and the fish sauce with the lime juice. Very important. All right, let's get it back fired up. Work it down a bit. Pretty good. A bit more sugar and a bit more, another tablespoon of sugar and a bit more fish sauce. So when it sits overnight, those chili's going to come through, the garlic's going to come through, the kaffir lime leaf really comes underneath the lime, gives it a bit more depth, and rock and roll. Happy cooking. This is the all-time summer dish. All time. It's a very healthy salad. It's a very light salad. And there's so many components we will show you in the next 5 or 10 minutes what makes this so special. And another one. There you go. It just, you know when it's right, that sweet and that sour and that heat. It just has a balance in the back of your throat and it just goes well. Rock and roll. Ready to go. Here's our Nam Jim sauce, street version. Here we go. All right, let's check out this pork cake. The smell in here is just ridiculous. You can smell that star anise, it's soaked right in the pork. You've got that roast pork flavour, the star anise, the kitchen is just humming. Scotty's loving it right behind me, don't you worry. All right, so this is at 40 minutes. Ding, ding, ding. This is good, this is good. Now what I'll do is I'm gonna pump it up to 220 for about 10 more minutes and just get that thing busting on top. See you in 10. All right, 10 minutes later, we've just jacked up the heat a little bit. You saw what it was like before. Now let's have a look again. Oh my God, look at this. Now that is how you get pork belly perfection, okay? Look at this, unbelievable. Job done there. So, if you're doing pork belly in any other way, you can do this in winter with mustard, mashed potato and cabbage. You can do it on anything, pork sandwiches. This is how you do pork belly properly, guys. So, if you're not going to do it Asian style, you don't have to put the star anise in there, or you can keep the star anise in there and do your own pork belly. You can do it with a hoisin sauce, with a cucumber shallot, and make your own sandwich like that, like your Peking duck. that sort of flavor, that sort of style. There's so many different types of things we can do with this. But there you go, there you have it. That's how you roast pork belly. We'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next step to this amazing dish is the beautiful salad that comes with it. So, yeah, here we go. Fresh bean sprouts, voila. Now I'm gonna make 2 portions for me and my wife and a portion for Scotty. So a good handful, nice stripped carrot. Okay, you can do this in the grater. I've got a special peeler which I bought from Superbar. I will show it to you. They're cheap and cheerful. These ones do double side, one that strips carrot, makes life easy. So if you're near Superbar, get this great peeler. It's a godsend. Now, mint, we're going off with a bit of mint, all right? We love all that goodness in there. Cucumber, sliced cucumber, you know, chunky, just slice it, you know, any size you want. Don't do cubes, do lengthways. You'll have some funk about it. Coriander, very important. Now, all the sort of, a bit of touch and feel what you like yourself, okay? That's, I love coriander, so I'm going pretty heavy on coriander. Spring onions, a must, lots of spring onions. Okay, beautifully fresh chopped, slice them nice and fine, and you go. Now Thai basil is a very important part of this salad. It is extremely strong, so we sort of just nowhere near the mint and the coriander capacity, but a fair whack in there. It's got that really aniseedy licorice flavour in there. And then from the same peeler, I get green papaya. This is a good crunch in the salad. This is a very important component of this salad also. This is it's hard, you don't want you can put a bit of sweet papaya and a bit of the green in there, it's up to you. But the green gives it that nice crunch. It just ticks all the boxes. And I put fresh cherry tomatoes. You can put Roma tomatoes, whatever tomato, just make sure they are good to go. Now, peanuts next. Good sprinkle of peanuts, roasted peanuts, unsalted, but roasted, and a good amount of peanuts. The Thais love their peanuts. And the fried eschalots, another very important part of this salad, all right? Get that in. Okay, so always seasoning, salt, pepper all round. Good amount of pepper. I love pepper. I'm addicted to it. It goes hard on everything. Now this is the sauce we made on Monday. It's been sitting there, it's matured. The flavour in this is second to none. It is just beautiful. So, a good hit of that. You always can add, but you can never take away. So always be careful when adding things. You always just take it easy when cooking, okay? That's one of the #1 rules in life about cooking. You can always add, but you can't take away, all right? Have a look at that. The smell in this is just crazy. It is just crazy. Absolutely beautiful. Now for myself, I'm gonna go more coriander, because I love the stuff, and a bit more mint, a bit more greenery, just roughly, you know. This is a salad where you can just, it's easy to prepare, and then when guests rock up, you just mix it together like this. Have a look at that. It's got that beautiful, beautiful dressing. Always taste a bit. And if you want more dressing, put some more dressing on. You can always add it after, have it on the side, dip your pork in there. But you've got that, just everything going there. It's perfect. So there is the salad. Now at the cafe, I do this with a soft shell crab. I'm not going to give you my soft shell crab recipe, but you know, I'll give you everything else. So that is the next most important thing in this dish. The components, the crunch, the fresh, the sweets, the sours, a little bit of heat. It's got everything you want and good for this. And just 5 minutes and we're going to chop that pork up, plate it up, and we're good to go. Hey, voila, we're back. Hey, here we go. We are going to load up this plate. Someone's stolen me nice slicing bread knife, but anyway, that's life. All right, this salad on the plate. Have a look at it. Textures, sweet and sours, colours, crunch from peanuts, eschalots, just golden, absolutely golden. And now the pork. Thank you very much. So, here we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Getting through, right through that. Voila. On top. A little bit more peanut on top. That authenticity. You can put some more chili on top. More spring onion. I'm out of spring onion, but you know, this is flavour in your mouth. This is summer everything to me. With your prawn, with your tuna, with your beef, with your chicken. There's so many combinations. Your barbecued octopus. And good luck with it, guys, and I hope it goes well for you. Take care till next time.
Good.